Hey everyone, so as expected, Halo Studios, almost called them 343, Halo Studios unveiled the next Halo game. It's called Halo Campaign Evolved, a full-fledged remake of the original Halo Combat Evolved from 2001. I'm going to dive into this, what makes it different from Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary from 2011, my opinions and takeaways. I know a lot of people have their own thoughts. You've probably seen it from other Halo content creators, but from a Halo Wars perspective, wanted to give you my opinions. So the difference between this game and Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary from 2011, which was 343's first game, by the way, this is a brand new game. It's not a fresh coat of paint running on top of the original game completely like CEA did from 2011. From what I'm gathering here is the OG code from 2001 is here as a foundation, but a whole heck of a lot is being changed, not just the visual aspect that we saw from the 2011 anniversary edition. There's some new weapons from Halo 1 that you can now use for the first time, like the energy sword, the sentinel beam, the fuel rod. They're bringing the battle rifle into this game as well. You can now hijack the enemy wraiths. There's going to be 4-player co-op for the first time. You could only play 2-player for Halo 1 and its anniversary remaster. In this game, you can now play 4-player co-op, and they're increasing the size of the Warthog to 4 players. There's now like someone that can ride on the back bumper of the Warthog. So if you're playing 4-player, all 4 Spartans can play and drive at the same time. Enemy encounters are also going to be modified to take into account for all 4 players, and they're hinting that levels will be tuned as well. They're specifically referring to the library. I know a lot of people just don't like that level. It's way too long, so I think they're going to tune that. It seemed like they're expanding or making some areas of encounters larger or maybe even smaller to take into account for all 4 players. They also said some Halo 3 flood forms will make its way into this game, like the pure form that we saw in Halo 3 that's now going to show up in this game. There's also going to be 3 prequel missions in the campaign featuring Master Chief and Sergeant Johnson. I think this is awesome. I've always said that Sergeant Johnson should get his own game, maybe like a Contact Harvest type game. I'm really not so sure what's the best way to go about it, but he is a fan favorite. I love Sergeant Johnson, and he's not, to my understanding, he's not a named character in the OG Halo 1. We really see him evolve into Halo 2 and, of course, Halo 3. So I think having some sort of prequel mission featuring the 2 of them would be awesome. I also do think as well, someone posted on Twitter, which I really liked, was what about a Halo 1 game taken from the side of the Arbiter? Like from the Covenant standpoint, what does that look like? I thought that was a cool idea too. That's not happening in this, but I think the prequel missions are welcome to expand the story without, tainting the original storyline that is the masterpiece of Halo 1. There's also going to be Sprint introduced in this as well. I know for some reason that's a hot take in the Halo community. There is an option to toggle this off. I don't really care about Sprint. What I mean is, like, I'm happy that it's there. If it's not there, I understand the reasons why that's not. But I think in modern Halo, that's a welcome addition. I'm looking forward to using Sprint. They're also improving some things as well, so they're changing on how skulls are working. They're adding, they say, dozens of new skulls. They're claiming that this is the hardest lasso ever in a Halo game, and I think if they're going to add dozens of skulls, that definitely makes sense. They're also remastering the original music score for this, so it's going to sound more crisp and more modernized. I don't think they're actually changing any of the soundtracks. They're just kind of making it up to date in some sort of way. I don't think they went into too much detail around that, but they did say that the original cast is back and they're redoing all of their voice lines, which I think is awesome. And the cutscenes look to be very similar to what we saw in Halo 2 Anniversary in the MCC, where they completely redid all the cutscenes from Blur. This is also the same team that did the cutscenes, fun fact, for original Halo Wars and Halo Wars 2. It looks to be here in this game as well, which everyone loves, including myself. Finally, let's go into my opinions. What are some things to keep an eye on for this game? It's built in Unreal Engine 5, and while Unreal Engine 5 games look beautiful. I mean, they are some of the most gorgeous games on the market. There is that weird stutter and performance issues that we see time and time again. Unreal Engine 5 seem to have some sort of performance issue that hardly any gaming publishing team or development team can seem to fix. Oblivion has it. I think Oblivion Remaster is probably the most notable one that has these sorts of performance issues. Just keep an eye on that. Will it work at launch? We've seen so time and time again, Halo games struggle to actually work on launch between the MCC, the multiplayer fiasco regarding Halo Infinite with its quote-unquote beta. Halo 5 had a couple of issues at launch as well. This needs to be a true release that when it launches on day one, it's going to work as expected. This is also coming to PlayStation 5 for the first time. It's going to be on Xbox, PC, and PlayStation 5. I want to see how the PlayStation community reacts to this. You know, I used to be a huge Xbox fan in the 360 era, and I even loved it up until really the Series X came out, because the One X I thought was a good turnaround point for the brand. But they just decided to kind of throw it away by shoving Game Pass down your throat. I'm not a big Game Pass supporter. I think the prices are going to continue to go up. That's a different conversation for a different video. And Microsoft, I think, needs to put their games on other platforms because too many people on Xbox don't buy the games, they just subscribe to Game Pass. Anyway, Halo looks to be on PlayStation, is going to be there for future releases. I think that one of the community managers had more or less confirmed that Halo moving forward will be on PlayStation. I think in 2025 that's not a big deal. I actually think that that's pretty cool that PlayStation players who don't own a PC will get to enjoy the game for the first time. Nonetheless, I want to keep an eye on how it performs. I think it's going to top the sales charts on PlayStation for sure. The fact that this does not have a formal multiplayer mode hinting at the name Campaign Evolved, I want to see what that means for future Halo games. Does that mean a standalone Halo multiplayer experience is coming after this? Does that mean that Halo Infinite is going to be the home of Halo multiplayer for the next few years? I think that that's kind of a question mark that we should keep an eye on. What is going to be the price or a discount for current owners of the Master Chief Collection? I think pricing this appropriately is going to be critical to avoiding a mixed reaction at launch. If they price this at $70 or even $80, I think they're going to get a lot of pushback from people in the community. For people like me, this will be the third time I'm buying Halo. I bought it on the original Xbox. Actually, the fourth time. Bought Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary on the 360, MCC when it launched, and now for the fourth time Halo Campaign Evolved. So will they price it appropriately? Gears 1 Reloaded launched at $40. I think that's a pretty fair price for something like this, especially since there's no multiplayer component. Let's just keep an eye on the price. Finally, how long until the next Halo game? Will the next Halo game be Halo Wars 3? Will it be the sequel to Halo Infinite? Would it be some sort of other spin-off game, like an ODST-like game, or some sort of Covenant/Banished focused Halo campaign experience? I'm very curious to see where Halo goes after this. My takeaways. I think this is a positive reveal. I'm cautiously optimistic. I heard all of the right things from the gameplay trailers that I saw and the details on Halo Waypoint and Xbox Wire. I think that they really are fixing a lot of the issues a lot of people had with the anniversary launch in 2011, and I'm quite excited for this. This will be a day one coverage here on the channel. We're going to be playing the campaign, posting all of the missions and walkthrough here on the channel, so keep your eyes locked to that. If you want to see us playing the other Halo FPS games, we have done all of them, except for Halo 5. I don't think you're missing anything there, but that's already on the channel, ready for you to check out. I'll leave a link to that down below as well. I want to pass the question to you. What are your thoughts on the Halo Campaign Evolved reveal that happened yesterday? Do you think that this is a step in the right direction for Halo? Do you think that Halo Studios and or 343, whatever they're called these days, messed it up once again? I want to continue the conversation down below in the comments, so I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts as well. All right, that's going to do it for me. Thank you all so much for watching, everybody, and I'll see you, James.